Hello and welcome to the Aether Revolt draft here on Cheap as MTG. So we've opened quite an interesting pack. Our Mythic Rare is Planar Bridge, which is pretty much unplayable in draft. Our uncommons are pretty strong, in particular Renegade Wheelsmith. But we also have some good commons in Daring Demolition and Aether Chaser. And I think that these are the cards we're looking at here. Aether Chaser is one of the best 2-drops in the format. Daring Demolition is just going to be a good removal spell, but Wheelsmith is just a really strong card, and I do quite like red-white. I think given Aether Chaser is a really strong card, I'm just going to take Aether Chaser over the Wheelsmith. A lot of the time, I'm not too unhappy to take a card this strong, even if it is gold. But I think Aether Chaser is a reasonably strong card, and I'm going to take it over Daring Demolition just because I feel like I've played a lot of black decks and not many not many red decks. Okay, well, someone's passed us Baral's Expertise, and they took. I think they take an uncommon because there's Lifecraft Awakening foil in the pack. So we could just take Baral's Expertise here. It's a pretty good tempo play. But there is just another Aether Chaser. And Aether Chaser is good. And I'm not sure how good Baral's Expertise is. But then I've not played with it, and it's kind of tempting to take it just to play with it. Now I'm just going to take Aether Chaser there. We've already got one, and this, like I said, a very good 2-drop. Ooh, Vengeful Rebel. I do quite like Vengeful Rebel. Yeah, we've been past Vengeful Rebel and Daring Demolition, so I think we should take that as a sign that black is open. Of the two, I'm just going to take Vengeful Rebel because it's a creature with upside. We'll be looking for things like Renegade map now and the implements to trigger Revolt. But yeah, this is a very good card. It's a shame it's in the same pack as the Demolition, but you know, if you've got a sweet card out of it. Okay, well, this pack's slightly worse. There is a Cruel Finality, which is reasonable as a removal spell. There's also just something like Implement of Ferocity, which, if we play green, will trigger Revolt. Bastion Invent is a good common in blue, and if we play like blue-black or blue-red, we would improvise, I think. I think, given we've seen a Baral's Expertise, maybe we should be saying that blue is open. We're only passing up on a Cruel Finality, which is reasonable, but I think we've probably put somebody else in black already, so yeah, I'm going to take the Bastion Inventor here. And we get another one? Huh. Well, this is a really interesting draft, because Aether Revolt is also come round, and I think this is a pretty good card as well. So red does seem to have slightly dried up. So there is a Sweatworks Brawler here. I do like Sweatworks Brawler. It's whether I like it more than Bastion Inventor or not. The other option is we can take Implement of Malice to trigger Revolt on the Vengeful Rebel. But I'm not really sure what colour we are, although I'm aware that we might not be black in pack 2. I think I'm going to take the Bastion Inventor. I think it's just stronger than Sweatworks Brawler. So, it's reasonable pickup. Okay, well, maybe we should have just hammer the black, because there's two uncommons. I mean, neither of them are great. Ironclad Revolutionary is alright, but for me, it's actually just a worse Cowl Prowler. I think here we want to take either Watchful Automaton or Mobile Garrison. I think I'm going to take the Watchful Automaton. I like to have one of these in blue decks. It's a mana sink. It really helps in the late game, so... Well, Foundry Hornet, on the other hand, I think this is a really good card that shouldn't be passed around the table. We're definitely going to take this. It looks like red isn't that open from our... Is it from our left? From our right, even. And it looks like black is open from our right, but it won't be open from our left, so... Not really sure what colours we're looking at right now, but... I think we might take Barricade Breaker here. It means we don't have to pick colours, and if we're going to want the Bastion Inventor payoff, then this is also a reasonable improvised payoff, so... Wow, Renegade Wheelsmith wheeled. That shouldn't happen. Can we take this and splash it in a improvised deck? It's possible, but then, like, we might just be better off taking Gear Smasher. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take... Ah, no, I'm taking Wheelsmith. Wheelsmith's just such a strong card. Sure, I'll take Defiant Salvager here. So none of these artifacts are particularly great in terms of improvising them. So I'm just going to take the Alley Strangler. It's a reasonable 3-drop. Okay, now take Precise Strike. Sure. I'll take Renegade. Gontin's Machinations. We're not playing either of these, so... Okay, so we're not really sure what colour. We'd like to be black. We're going to be black. We're going to take Bath at the Bridge here. Weldfast Engineer is a good card as well. We'd really love to be able to pick this up, and Daring Demolition. But, yeah, Bath at the Bridge is both splashable, works towards improvising. Would go in either blue-black or red-black. So, yeah, definitely taking this here. Ooh, and another Weldfast Engineer. There's also a Chandra's Revolution, though. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to take the Chandra's Revolution because we're quite light on removal. It looks like we're not going to play blue. So... Yeah, at the moment, I don't actually have many artifacts. So, yeah, Chandra's Revolution is just a better pick here. There's Renegade map versus Sweatworks Brawler, I think, here. Map is fine. I guess we've got a Vengeful Rebel, so I'm probably going to take map. There's a chance we see Sweatworks Brawlers later in the pack. And map means we can splash something. We could even splash like this Renegade Wheelsmith, so I think that's a reasonable pick. Okay, this pack's quite weak, I think. We don't really want indomitable creativity. I'm not a fan of Frontline Rebel. We already have a Precise Strike. I'm just going to take the Implement here. Triggers Revolt. Can improvise off of it, so it seems fine. Ooh, Scrapper Champion is a sweet card. Yeah, definitely taking the Scrapper Champion here. Siege Modification's interesting, but I don't think I really want to go all in on that. So I'm just, yeah, but Scrapper Champion, yeah. Sweet aggressive creature. Ooh, and a Welder Automaton. Okay, well, maybe we've sort of found our way into the right colours just about. Welder Automaton's a great 2-drop. Improvisers, has late game potential. Good card here. So, we could, like, Filigree Crawler, we probably don't want to play. We could take Wrangle. Wrangle plus Defiant Salvager is fine. I don't think we're playing anything else in this pack. So, yeah, I'll just take Wrangle. Can't say I've played too much with this card, so I'm definitely interested in trying it out. Okay, here I'm going to actually take Caught in the Brights. There's a lot of white coming back around, and we could still play like this Renegade Wheelsmith, so we might be able to splash Caught in the Brights as well. Definitely take the Mobile Garrison here. Quite nice if we do want to play this Wheelsmith. Sure, Reservoir Walker. Don't think we're playing it, but maybe we have to. Foundry Assembler or Night Market Guard? None of them are outstanding. I guess I'm just going to take the Foundry Assembler. Actually, I'm going to take Night Market Guard. It's cheaper. I'll take another Precise Strike, though you probably don't play it. And a third. Definitely got too many Precise Strikes now. Okay, so I think we can cut 2 Precise Strikes. We probably don't want to play Reservoir Walker. We don't want to play this Night Market Guard either, but we might have to. Okay. So we're not going to be a very good electrostatic pummeler deck, that's for sure. We could take Filigree Familiar. It improvises for Battle at the Bridge and Barricade Breaker. Cruise Mobile Garrison. It's not insane. The other option is something like Thriving Rats, though, and it's just so average. What we really wanted in this pack was just a good removal spell. I don't think we want to take Prism. We could take Skyskiff, I guess. It's like a flying threat, which we only have one of. It's also an artifact. Yeah, I think it's probably a better pick here. No, it's not a particularly exciting pick one, but okay. What else have we got here? There's a Harsh Scrutiny, a Subtle Strike, and a Spontaneous Artist. Ugh, I think we have to take Spontaneous Artist because I think our creature count's maybe a little light. But I guess if we're playing Renegade Wheelsmith and we do have 2 vehicles, that's makes it a little higher. And Caught in the Brights for removal. Yeah, so we have 3 removal spells, so I think Artist is fine. I don't think we really want Harsh Scrutiny, so... Ooh, so now we have some choices. We have Aetherborn Marauder with just one way of getting counters, really. That's not insane. Underhanded Designs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artifacts. So we could definitely turn this on. And we probably would play a Caterpillar Bug. I think I'm just going to take the Underhanded Designs here. It's an engine card that also is a removal spell, so it seems pretty good. Definitely want to pick up artifacts. So we could go for Foundry Inspector here. Or Prophetic Prism. I think we go with Foundry Inspector because it's a creature. We also would take this as Foundry's creature, but we definitely want to lean towards Artifact a little bit more. Okay, well, there's a Doomed Operative, which is a very nice tutor. There's also a Thriving Grubs, though. Might just take Thriving Grubs. A little bit more aggressive. We have a few ways to generate energy, so I think that's reasonable. We're also with Foundry Hornet as well. Okay, so there's another Spontaneous Artist, Spy-Side Infiltrators, Furious Reprisal as well. This card definitely went up in value when Aether Revolt came out. I'm a big fan of Spy-Side Infiltrator, usually. I do quite like Furious Reprisal here. Could also just take another Skyskiff. Another flying threat that improvises out. No, I think you want to take the Reprisal. Okay, well, we're not a Start Your Engines deck. We're probably not really an Aether Torch Renegade deck, I don't think. So we're probably just taking Lawless Broker here. Which is fine, it works well with Foundry Hornet. I think there's any reason to take Aether Torch Renegade. I guess if the opponent has a lot of X1 flyers, that would be a reason, and it could be a decent sideboard card, so probably go with that. Ooh, there's a few choices here, which you don't really expect this late in a pack. Fretwork Colony works really well with Foundry Hornet, but I think it's a little weak outside of green-black decks. It's obviously really good with Winding Constrictor. Rush of Vitality is just, as ever, a good trick, and Spontaneous Artist is another creature to take. But we already have 15 creatures and a couple of vehicles, so I'm just going to take Rush here. I don't think we're playing Giant Spectacle, so I'm just gonna take Electrostatic Pummeler. We won't play it, but guess slightly valuable maybe. I quite like the Pummeler standard decks as well. Subtle Strike here, decent trick. Decoction module. We're not playing it. Only way to use energy, I guess, is Scrapper Champion. He's not awful, but I guess it's quite late for Decoction module. I guess we're going to take Hazardous Conditions. We could splash it. I don't think we ever really want to, but we could. Sure, Mind Rot. It's in our colours. Ooh, Artist. Okay, we've got some choices in deck building here, which is quite nice. I think we're going to cut Wrangle. We've only got one Defiant Salvager, so we shouldn't ever really rely on having the two out together. Okay. Okay, so put the vehicles as creatures. We definitely want to cut some of our combat tricks. I'm going to cut Precise Strike over the other two because I just prefer Subtle Strike and Rush. How many artifacts have we ended up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Underhanded Designs is therefore doable, but not insane. I think we're going to cut Defiant Salvager. We don't have anything particularly we want to sack. We're not playing Wrangle, so I think we do splash this Renegade Wheelsmith and Caught in the Brights. We have a Renegade map, and our other casting costs are all single colours, so we're not lacking or missing out on too much, I should say. We currently have 15 creatures plus 2 vehicles, so we probably do want to cut another creature. Thing is, I want it to be this Night Market Guard. This is, for me, the worst creature. But then we're only playing, 8 artifacts, which makes our big improvised cards and underhanded designs a little worse. I mean, we could cut both the guard and underhanded designs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count Furious Reprisal for removal spells then. That might be fine. The other thing is, Revolt wants us to sack these 2 artifacts anyway to the Vengeful Rebel. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. The other completely oddball option would be actually play Decoction module. Like, the Decoction module works really well with Scrapper Champion, which obviously if we can get it to grow and be a massive double strike, it's going to be great. So, but I think that's, again, I think that's a little bit too cute. So I think this is what we're going to go. We're going to play a 16 land deck. I think that's the way to go in Aether Revolt. So we basically have 2 white cards, 10 red cards, and 7 black cards. In 16 lands, I think we probably want to play 2 planes. So it's probably going to be, I feel, 7-7-2. That gives us like 8 sources of black, 8 sources of red, and 3 sources of white. Seems reasonable. We could go up to 3 planes, as Magic Online suggested, but no, I feel this is fine. Maybe we do want 3 actually. We're playing 2. Yeah, let's go 6 swamps. It's like the 3-drop permanents are the black permanents are 3 drops or 4 drops. So yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, this is the 40 card deck we're going to go with, and I'll see you back for round 1.